What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another video. And this will be my Browns Steelers Week 6 recap as the Browns lose 38-7 and they fall to 4-2 on the season. And then one more very depressing stat for you. With this loss, the Browns have now lost 17 straight games at Heinz Field. Talk about a house of horrors, right? The last time we beat the Steelers at Heinz Field was all the way back in 2003 when the Browns, coached by Butch Davis with Tim Couch at quarterback, went into Pittsburgh on Sunday Night Football and they stomped on the Steelers by a final score of 33-13. Since then, we have not been able to beat the Steelers, no matter who's at quarterback. Big Ben, Landry Jones, it don't matter. Duck Hodges, no matter. Like, talk about a house of horrors. I mean, honestly, it's more than a house of horrors, bro. I mean, God, it's a freaking kryptonite. No matter what we do, we cannot beat this team at Heinz Field. It's crazy, you know? But, the performance that I saw today was pitiful. It was horrendous. One of the worst performances I've ever seen. And this performance looked oddly similar to the Week 1 performance against Baltimore because we only scored one touchdown and Baker turned it over a couple times. And as I mentioned before, you cannot give a team with a good offense, and the Steelers have a really good offense, you cannot give them more opportunities to kill you than they already have. And, of course, Baker turning the ball over, a couple interceptions, not to mention the failed fourth down conversions didn't really help matters either. Yeah, they had plenty of opportunities to absolutely murder us. And they took advantage, you know? And it all started with that pick six. I don't know what the heck Baker was looking at there. He thought he had something, but of course, only thing he had was Minka lurking, and Minka said, "I'll take that," and then he took it to the house, and from that point, it just snowballed out of control. Now, you got to believe that the ribs were definitely hurting a little bit for Baker. I feel like he felt that pain with every hit that he took, and he took quite a few hits, 4 sacks. But yeah, offensive line didn't really have its best game either. I mean, you're going up against Bud Dupree and T.J. Watt. It's a very hard task. But then you got the interior guys of Tuitt. You got Hayward as well. You got your hands full. And, I mean, they did all right, but Baker's really got to help his offensive line out by getting rid of the ball. You know, I mean, he stood in the pocket for a long time on some of those plays, on some of those sacks. Can't do that. Got to get the ball out. If nothing's there, throw it out of bounds. He definitely ain't going to be running the ball because he got injured ribs. You know that? But yeah, looking at the stat line, Baker, didn't do good at all. 10 of 18, 119 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks, 54.9 QBR. Case Keenum came in there. He was meh. 5 of 10, 46 yards, whatever. In terms of rushing, the Steelers held a rushing attack that averaged, I think, 188 yards per game to only 75 combined yards, 40 of which came from Kareem Hunt on 13 carries. And then, of course, receiving game, I mean, we were led by Austin Hooper, who had 5 receptions and 52 yards. The only touchdown coming from Rashard Higgins. That was his only catch of the game. And, defense got a couple sacks, but, I mean, they really did not let us get any turnovers. We couldn't get the ball on defense. You know, that was one of the big things about this defense. We were very opportunistic, forced turnovers, put our offense in good field position, and we could never do that. But instead, we were turning the ball over and putting their offense in good field position. And that's a big no-no. And one thing I've really noticed with this offense is they have completely changed their whole scheme with Chubb out. I mean, with Chubb and Hunt in the game, it was run the ball like crazy, kill him with the run, and then, maybe use the pass every now and then. But now it's like we're relying on Baker Mayfield to make the plays because Chubb is out. And with a quarterback like Baker, he's going to make mistakes, and that's hurt us a lot. And of course, like I've said earlier, you cannot give that Steelers offense more opportunities to kill you than they already had. Just can't do it, you know. Now, of course, like I said, they took care of the ball. We didn't. What are you going to do? You know, so now we have only scored one touchdown against two of the best teams in the AFC North. One touchdown, both games on the road. Yeah. And we also allowed over 30 points to both teams, too. Not very good, you know. Got to be better. As Ric Flair once said, to be the best, you got to beat the best. And, well, we beat them last year, but we can't do it this year right now. And hopefully we can get them back later in the year when they're playing at First Energy. But I don't know, man. This team's got a lot of work to do. And, of course, it'll really help when we get Chubb and Teller and Ronnie Harrison and Carl Joseph and company back. That'll really help matters. But, I mean, the defense hung in there. You know, they tried to keep us in the game. That's the one big difference between this game and the Ravens game. Our defense actually had a pulse in this game. Granted, penalties didn't really help, but they actually showed up. Offense didn't. Who would have thought? The defense really has been kind of mediocre this year, but they actually showed up. They tried to keep us in this game. They can only do so much. But, yeah, pretty much not really much else to say. You know, shout out to the Steeler fans. Shout out to Steel Maiden, Steel Jedi, Steel Jackson, the Renegades of Pittsburgh, Renegade, 412, Mac Main, my dude, Steel Twins, any other Steeler fans out there, Leedy, any other ones I'm missing. But, yeah, you guys absolutely whooped our ass. I mean, I can't even hate, can't even lie. But, yeah, now we got to get back on track. We got the Bungles next. We head to Cincinnati. Hopefully we can get our swagger back and we can get back in the win column because we got the Raiders after and then we got our bye week. So let's finish out this first part of the season before the bye strong. Of course, I think I had us like 4-4 heading into the bye. We're 4-2 right now. I mean, if you were to go back in August and say, hey, on October 18th, you guys are 4-2, I'd be like, really? That's sick, But hey, let's get better. Let's go on. Let's go into Cincinnati and beat the crap out of the Bungles like we always do. But yeah, that is essentially going to wrap it up for this video. Shout out to everybody. I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go Browns, and I'm out.